Yo, it's ODB from OLP. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to do an unboxing of something pretty cool. I haven't looked at it yet. And I'm going to show you here, if you saw the thumbnail, the complex.com website. They did just a super cool collab. And you can see here as I scroll down, this is out there. You can read everything there. But when the death of Slim Shady dropped earlier this year, the rollout of the album was amazing. And when you do a major rollout like that, it's a huge effort, with the team, and it really resonated with fans. A lot of us really dig this album. And Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, and the team, M's team, they basically linked up with Complex. Complex has been a big supporter, as far as I remember, of Slim Shady for a long time. And they did this super cool photo shoot that tied into that online article. Now, as soon as I had seen that, I kept telling myself, wow, Paul Rosenberg, team, it would be super cool if we could get some prints of that. And last week, late January 2025, where we are now, it popped up on Eminem's feed that this magazine, or this print, if you will, it was available for only $30. And it looks super cool. I had to buy it, and I noticed it sold out quick, so let's take a look at it. Now, when we flip this over, I like when these different companies will do this kind of deal. Sometimes you'll see it with vinyl, where you can actually take out your item, and then you can slip it back in there to protect it. So as I slide that off, we'll go ahead and take a look. Now, again, I have not looked at this. Something a little bit different. It has a binder, so kind of reminiscent of a notebook, which is kind of cool. If I remember correctly, the articles that I read, they used AI. I think the fans know. We know that they used AI on the Houdini video. They also used artificial intelligence to, I think, basically, I guess you would say, de-age his voice on the album, which was just super cool. A lot of stuff, if you're not into reading all about that, there's some good stuff out there. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. Again, the album rollout's been amazing. And to me, we saw Billie Eilish on the back. My niece, who is a big Billie Eilish fan, will love to see that. I'm just going to kind of go through this. I don't know how quick, but I did want to do an unboxing to the point that anybody that maybe missed out or, is going to maybe potentially receive one of these as a gift, you'll be able to go through. Or maybe you didn't want to splurge on it. Maybe you just want to see what's in here. This kind of goes along with what I do with other magazines, pop culture-wise, automotive mostly, but, some different source magazines that I own and stuff like that I've went through. Now, please consider subscribing because I do have a lot more. I'm working on some big things, and there's going to be a lot more coming here. This is cool by the numbers, the Drake and Kendrick beef. So the other cool thing that I wanted to point out about this, and this is what I read from the description, is it's not just Eminem. You can see there's other stuff in here. And it's super cool because Complex, ironically enough, I used to own some of their earlier magazines. It used to be a print magazine. And I was really into kind of, clothes and stuff like that in middle school and high school. And I remember going to a store in the mall here. And they would give out copies of Complex. And it was super cool because I had one with Wu-Tang on the cover. Big Wu-Tang fan since Protect Your Neck. And some of that stuff, many years ago, I kind of sold off, my cassettes and vinyl and things like that when I wasn't really necessarily out of it. I just thought to myself, hey, do I need all this? And I was working on a big project at the time. So I sold off some stuff, and I've since kind of collected a lot of that back. But some of those magazines are kind of gone. Now, again, I'm kind of going through this pretty quick, but here's the meat and potatoes. This is cool, too. The description had mentioned that you get the poster. So I'm really big on posters. I've got a bunch of Dr. Dre stuff. I'm a huge Dre fan. I was, even before Eminem. So that's cool. This ties in just the two of us. If I remember correctly, the article that I read basically said that this was a stand-in, and they used basically, you know, kind of Photoshop, if you will, and the different AI or whatever tools they used to mimic the look of the younger Slim Shady. So this is cool. You've got your kind of fight type poster, and you have your full buy, collect, obsess is kind of part of the, I think that the subline, if you will, of Complex. So this was the eulogy for Slim Shady. It was by Noah Callahan Beaver, Bever, Bever, N_C_B, and you got the photography there. It was pretty cool because some may remember that M did a commercial, I think, for Dodge in the past. I think Dre had the collab as well with the Beats by Dre audio. Now, I am going to upload this in 4K if you want to take screenshots. It's super cool, really good print quality, as you can imagine. I mean, this was such a cool shoot, you know, given the vibe of course, Slim Shady, you know, the old and the new. And how could you not be a fan of Eminem? I guess I could see why some people aren't, but I've been a fan since I first heard his music. Before his first album dropped. I do have Infinite on a burnt CD. Of course, I don't have an original copy. I don't think many people do. But there was all of that. You've got... Spin this around. I don't get into watching a lot of the... you could see here, issue 1, fall, winter 2024. And I don't get into watching a lot of the sneaker complex shopping things and whatnot. But... I know it's huge. You have this, which I'm guessing is a Billie Eilish. Again, this was in conjunction with UMG, Universal Music Group. So, you know, they're going to promote whatever they can, of course. I don't think I'm going to go through this section here, only because I think it's more fashion on this side. I'll just kind of flip through it really quick so you guys can kind of see. But at least for anybody that might be looking to snag one of these on the reseller market, I just figured you'd like to get a little bit of a glimpse. Of course, I love sneakers and I do love fashion and all that stuff. But I figured in my display case over here, which I'll show briefly, this would look super cool. Slim Shady, Eminem, Marshall Mathers. Gotta love it. Now, this isn't all lit up right now. I'm in the process of moving a bunch of stuff. But you can kind of see here, that was the other thing that they did. They did a trading card. Now, I haven't opened mine yet. There are some kind of limited ones. In here, I have the Anger Management Tour stub. I have a stub from 1999 when we saw M at Janus Landing. There's a Rolling Stone back there. There's his book. I know there's a little bit of a glare. And then there's pretty much all of his main releases in terms of albums. And then, of course, my son got me this little thing that isn't specific to M, but I figured why not. Thanks for watching, y'all. Consider subscribing. Leave a thumbs up and a comment. Thank you. Peace.